You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Liz Hurley with this 48 Fastcast, our digital version of your top headlines in a short, fast newscast. Let's begin today in Huntsville, where the city of Huntsville has settled a federal lawsuit made by a man after he was kicked by police during a 2021 arrest. Records show the city settled for $15,000, which will go toward a trust for Kimonte Hobbs. In 2021, a MAPCO employee called Huntsville police on Hobbs, saying he was trespassing the store at the corner of University Drive and North Memorial Parkway. Video shows him being taken down by an officer with his legs stomped on, and then he was tased. The court's order shows the trust fund will be overseen by a guardian for Hobbs, who has a mental disorder. The court-approved settlement is not an admission of liability by the city or the two officers named in that lawsuit. Several AT&T employees working in Huntsville will be laid off soon. The Alabama WARN list says that more than 70 employees will be laid off this September. That laid off notice did not list which stores are going to be affected in Huntsville or the employees being let go, but AT&T spokesperson did tell WAFF the employees who will be laid off handled collections for AT&T. Happening today, you can share your thoughts on future development projects along University Drive in Huntsville. Members of the Huntsville Planning Department want to hear from you. City leaders are focusing on three main areas: Northwoods, UAH's campus, and Mid-City. Tonight's meeting begins at 5:30 at the UAH Charger Union.
And the heat goes on. Temperatures once again climbing to the mid-90s. Today, probably a little hotter than it was yesterday, but I mean, we're splitting hairs here. But here are the current temperatures right now: 95, many locations in Huntsville, Decatur, and Athens, and the Shoals and Albertville. But Albertville, that temperature is going to update here in just a moment. It says you feel like 101, and it feels like 105 in Athens and 104 in Huntsville. But you just had a brief little shower in Albertville, and that might cool your temperature just a bit. A little shower trying to pop near New Hope right now. And then a quick little downpour on our Athens camera that I just had up. And you can see a little downpour by the E or the H in Athens. So some isolated showers and storms with a brief downpour possible throughout the late afternoon. But other than that, it's all about the heat and humidity. And it's not going anywhere. We got another heat advisory for Wednesday, and the heat advisory has been now extended until Thursday, and I'll have much more in your forecast coming up in just a few moments.
Thank you, Jeff. Huntsville Utilities coming out with a new app aimed to make it easier for customers to access their accounts. We'll tell you more about it after this short break. Huntsville Utilities is set to roll out a new app and upgrades to its website to help make it easier for you to pay your bills. Starting August the 11th, you'll be able to pay your bill as well as view your statements and energy usage on this app. If you're currently enrolled in the bank draft auto pay program, your on-file payment information will be automatically transferred to this new system. That app, by the way, will also send you important information like alerts and notifications regarding your account. Utility leaders say the web portal will work in a similar fashion.
So the web portal will continue to build on our current web portal, but it will also continue to show customers their usage down to the 15-minute level interval so that they know inside their home what is consuming energy.
Whitley says until the kinks are actually worked out, there could be a delay in some payment options posted to your account. Any late fees incurred as the result of this will be waived.
Now, your 48 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist Jeff Denoyer.
Can't wait to get that utility bill next month with the AC running full blast almost every single day this week so far. And every time we have some daytime heating and a lot of humidity, you can pop a few showers and storms in the afternoon. You can see a few popping. One was actually a pretty good little downpour near Albertville, moving over towards like Baileyton and Holly Pond. That fizzled out. And then you got a few little showers up towards Athens right now. We'll keep an eye on the radar. There's not a lot going on here in terms of rain, but it's still something that we got to keep an eye on, because if you're one of those locations that has a shower or storm, it could bring some heavy rainfall, and it will probably bring your temperatures down briefly for a little while, but that's the exception rather than the rule, because we know it's going to be hot and humid, not just for the rest of the day today, but for tomorrow and Thursday. The heat advisory has now been extended all the way until Thursday evening. It includes all counties in the Tennessee Valley. Feel like temperatures today have been hovering around 105 degrees, and that's what they'll be for tomorrow and likely Thursday as well. It looks like the heat's going to continue right at the end of the week. Here's your current temperatures outside right now. 90s just about everywhere, and not just low 90s, mid 90s. Here's your high temperature trend. One more really hot one on Wednesday. Now the heat advisory for Thursday, the temperature only about 94. I say only 94, but it's not as hot as Tuesday and Wednesday, but the humidity is going to be jacked up. So that's going to take that heat index value up to about 105, even if you only hit 94 in the afternoon. You see some 90s and even around an 88 on Monday. Why is that happening? Well, that's because we're going to have more clouds. We'll have more chances of rainfall into the weekend. I think a more widespread rainfall, especially during the afternoon hours. So you'll heat up until the noontime hour, but once the clouds and showers start to build Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, that will stop the temperature from rising. And that's why it's only a high temperature around 90 and not into the mid 90s. Some of that rainfall this weekend, though, keep an eye to the sky if you're going to try to be outdoors in the afternoon time. Could be a lot of lightning with the storms and also some very heavy rainfall. And that pattern looks to continue into early next week for Monday and Tuesday.
Brutal heat out there. Thank you, Jeff. That'll do it for your 48 Fastcast. We will be back here online in just a few minutes with Before the 4. And don't forget to join us for our 4 o'clock newscast on TV on WAFF 48. And breaking news, of course, at 5, 6, and 10. I'm Liz Hurley. We have you covered. Have a great afternoon.